Hey everyone, I am back at Sydney International Airport, just about to fly on Qantas flight QF41 to Jakarta, Indonesia. The plane used for this flight is the Airbus A330-200. This plane is named Surface Paradise and is usually used for domestic flights between Sydney and Perth, but this time it's being used for an international flight. So here is a look at the full flight experience. Check-in for all Qantas flights is at row C, where they have fully automated check-in kiosks. You just insert your passport and the system will pull up your flight reservation and print out your boarding pass and luggage tags. There is also the automated bag drop, which you scan your boarding pass and off goes your luggage to be loaded onto the plane. With a business class ticket, you can pass through security via the express path, which cuts down the time to get through. Then there is the long walk past the duty-free stores and the overpriced high-end stores, selling all the usual stuff you would find at any airport around the world. For me, it is straight to the Qantas Business Lounge to sit back and relax before the flight. I got to the lounge at 11:30 a.m. At one end of the lounge, the buffet had a selection of breakfast foods. The buffet at the other end of the lounge had switched over to the lunch menu. Now it's time to get on board, so let's go check out the business class cabin. On the Qantas A330, the business class section is in a configuration of 1-2-1, with single seats along the window. These Vantage XL business class pods are some of the best seats I've flown on any airline. There is plenty of legroom to stretch right out when the seat is reclined, and the seat folds down to a total lay-flat bed. The seat controls are at an easy reach and includes a massage function. Built into the pod is a universal power adapter and a USB port for charging your devices. The entertainment screen is a nice size 16-inch Panasonic touchscreen, which is loaded up with heaps of entertainment. While watching a movie, there is this nice one-touch feature to bring up the flight map. Then it's just one touch again to return back to your movie. You also get a pair of these good quality noise cancelling headset. In the seat pocket is a business class amenities kit which contains a pair of socks, earplugs, eye mask, moisturiser kit and toothbrush and toothpaste. The food tray has a great design, easily sliding in and out from the pod. Of course, the crew come around and offer a drink before takeoff. 2 meals are served on this flight from Sydney to Jakarta. A main meal is served just after takeoff, which has a choice of 3 starters, 4 mains and dessert. Just before landing, they serve up a light meal which has 2 choices. Throughout the flight, there are also snacks available. So everyone is in their seat and we are ready to go. Enjoy the takeoff video and I'll come back after and show you the food served on board.
Just a little bit more, is it? Just a little, they're not much, just a little bit.
For important information on deep vein thrombosis or DVT, safety section in your Qantas magazine.
This. That's just from chili crab.
Thanks very much. Enjoy. It's also time to ensure that your seat back is upright and your tray table is straight. If you're in business, return your seat to the upright or preset recline position and remove all cables. And if you missed anything, it's on your safety card.
Flight time for this flight from Sydney to Jakarta is 7 hours and 10 minutes. Not long after takeoff, the meal service begins with a drink and a packet of pretzels and almonds. For my starter, I enjoyed some nice white sourdough bread, the classic Neil Perry bowl of lettuce, and this really tasty tomato, saffron and chickpea soup with coriander yogurt. For the main meal, I chose the vegetarian option of pan-fried potato gnocchi with roasted cherry tomatoes, zucchini, asparagus, parmesan and burnt butter. This meal was definitely colourful and full of great flavours, but the potato gnocchi was unlike any gnocchi I've ever eaten before. Rather than a firm gnocchi, this was really soft, still with some good flavours, but not what I was expecting. For dessert, I had this delicious ice cream sandwich with a cup of tea and a tasty dessert wine. The biggest highlight of this flight was flying over the red centre of Australia. When we were passing by Ayers Rock, the captain made an announcement to look out the left to see it. Of course, I forgot to film it, as I had cabin crew and passengers joining me to share my window for the view. I just managed to get this still pic from my mobile phone. Just before landing, the crew brought around the second meal. With the recommendation of the crew to go for the beef kofta, I thoroughly enjoyed this meal. Now, I have done more than 150 flights in the last 4 years, and I can honestly say this has been the best. A big thank you to Captain Scott for the special flyover of Ayers Rock, and a special thank you to Frank and Carly, who really made me feel welcome on board. Now sit back and enjoy the landing into Jakarta, including a very spectacular electrical storm.